Hello and welcome to a scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today, Charlie is having a bit of a smoke and a relax after the stressful day. Um, and he's just quite happily having his smoke, relaxing, and a rat runs across his foot and then
He'd look
stops
down.
about a meter away.
He'd look down. By this time, he would have expected something from Rat, and he pulls out a piece of cheese and looks around and sees looks for a private spot to step into the gauntlet.
Okay, it shouldn't be too hard to find a quiet spot.
Yeah.
The rat that ran across your feet has nabbed the cheese and run off again.
All right. Hold on. Do you want me to roll that whole whopping one die?
You only have one die to cross the umbra?
Yeah, I have one gnosis I'm working. Like I said, we're working on, and it doesn't matter. Uh, uh, he's got one
Had,
gnosis.
if you had more than one, I'd say don't bother rolling it. But yes, this could be interesting.
He's got one gnosis, and he just rolled a 10 on a gnosis roll.
Ah, excellent. No worries then. Okay, so you slip across, and there is a rat waiting for you. And it's sitting there watching you.
Freaking annoying Google Hangouts.
Yep. So anyway,
Anyways,
that is sat there looking at you. And he looks familiar.
I'm back. Say again. I disconnected for a second. Oh. Okay.
Right, so you've gone through the gauntlet, and that is kind of looking at you. It looks a bit familiar.
Yes.
You found the predator, right?
Yes, I have. And pulls out another piece of cheese and some trail mix. Thank you. And as part of the deal, you wanted my help with something.
Yes. I led
What
you to the
you?
predator. Now I need you to deal with the predator.
All right. What's the predator?
And you're going to get this image that is not the best image of a person. It is clearly a person, but it is from the viewpoint of ankle height.
Yeah.
So it's not the easiest interpretation to figure out who this person is. But they're wearing brightly covered overalls, bright orange overalls,
Okay.
and work boots, and they smell of something sweet, kind of sickly sweet. And you're fairly sure they have a beard. They've got it's either a beard or a lot of stubble. It's kind of like that in between phase. But it's quite hard to work out much else. And he's gone. And you're back. How far did you hear? How far did you hear?
Okay, hopefully this doesn't happen again. Oh, wait a minute. Can I roll wits or intelligence to remember an exterminator?
Well, I mean, you can probably work out that it is an exterminator, but working out which exterminator is a bit trickier.
Where did you last see this predator? He will ask.
He has struck many places, but the last place was in the mountain over there. And he'll kind of point with his nose in a direction.
Hey, look at the direction.
There's a couple of skyscrapers in that direction.
You mean a skyscraper?
Well, mountains do scrape the sky, sort of.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Did you or any of your kin see a symbol or anything that could help me identify this predator easier?
What kind of a symbol?
He like kneel down and draw in the dirt a loose, rough drawing of the Orkin symbol. It's an exterminator company here in the States.
Okay. He's going to look at it, twitch his whiskers slightly, and you're going to see an image of a big box that smells of cheese and fear. And
Mousetrap.
And the box has a picture on it of a mouse with a big big sort of band symbol over the top of it.
Streetwise and wits, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also got some lettering on it, but from the rat's perspective, it's hard to figure out what's important and what isn't. So
2 successes.
And you're seeing through their eyes. But yeah, you get the name of a fairly. It's not the name of an exterminator company. At least not one that you've heard of. But it sounds more like the maker of traps, high-end traps that might help you locate the companies that they sell to around here.
All right, he pulls out. Just going to Google that company and ask. Pull up on his phone.
Phones don't want to remember.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, you are a glass walker, so you can.
I'm not a glass walker, but I work at a glass walker set.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, you're a Fianna.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Freaking A! I don't want to go near another Weaver spirit. No, not happening. Okay. Crap. That was a trap. Was this in the vicinity of the predator's den, or in another den.
Other dens.
Okay.
We left them in our dens and our safe places. And then they were no longer safe.
Uh. All right. Uh. But he also gave me the like the image of the person that he saw last.
Yeah. He gave you the
Okay.
image of the person that he wants you to deal with from a rat perspective, which is mostly orange jumpsuit, big work boots. It's either like 5 days worth of stubble or a bad attempt at a beard. It's hard to tell from the angle that you're looking at it.
Okay. Not wanting to call bird of prey spirit here.
No, that would be a bad plan.
Yeah, that would be a bad faux pas, a really bad faux pas, and piss off rat.
Yeah,
No.
that would get you a reputation.
No. um. Okay. Thank you. I'll. Is there anything else you can show me that you've gotten off this predator? Any type of like how did he get around to these your safe places?
The metal boxes. All the people use
Sh-
metal boxes.
Show me the metal box.
There'll be a picture of a van.
I'm hoping with
Bright
the
orange. It's bright
um ho-
orange. There is a symbol and writing on it, but it's indistinct in that it doesn't. You know how when you try and remember things and it didn't seem important at the time, you don't
can
really. You're
I,
seeing the rat's interpretation and the rat's memory, so it's it's a bit hard to focus in on the bits you want to focus in on.
okay.
But it's a bright orange van. The symbol is
Uh,
green.
with Streetwise and Wits at 2 successes, would I be able to guess what exterminator company that is?
Um, no, because because out of character is quite a small one. But you know that it isn't one of the major ones, and
Okay.
you know that none of the major ones use that brand, that combination. So you know you've got a starting point. The next thing
Yeah.
would probably be to check out a couple of these actual exterminators.
Yeah, and which I'm going to need to get. I'm so going to be cash. Oh, this is going to be favors within favors within favors, but I'm building that spirit network, so it's going to be
A
worth
little
it in
bit,
the long
a little bit, or you could, put the legwork in and actually bring the exterminators. Go around
run. I
them,
know.
but it's up to you how you want to go about doing it.
Okay. He says, "Thank you for the help, and have a starting point. I where I can start looking into this predator."
Good. Starting points are good. He twitches his nose.
Okay. He's basically gradually steps back across the gauntlet
Okay.
and pulls out his cell phone and tries to look up each of the exterminator companies.
Okay.
And would I know any of them? Need like heavy, like Tannenbaum securities. Would they be a client of theirs?
Um, hmm. It's possible. I mean, what kind of a do you tend to deliberately hire? Do they tend to deliberately hire small groups, or that
Uh,
being
uh
said, that being
it,
said, having cockroach seems unlikely that they'd have any connections with pest.
yeah. Uh, except for I was thinking like security contracts with the exterminator company, but that's highly unlikely.
Nope. Um,
Um,
you can find if you basically look it up on your phone, you won't have much difficulty in finding a list of exterminators. And you can rule out the big ones straight off, knowing that they're
yeah.
yeah. Um, but that gives you maybe half a dozen smaller ones.
Okay, now I'm narrowing it down by the color and what product of rat traps they use because one of the images was a rat trap.
This is true. Now it's going to be hard to find out what types of rat traps they use. How are you going to go about finding that out? Or, I mean, the finding out the color would be relatively easy because you just kind of go on their websites and look at them.
Oh, okay, I'll go with the color. That was should have been my first choice.
That's going to narrow it down to two, just to make it still vaguely interesting.
Uh, just from the vague image I got from the rat, which on the symbols on the side of the van, what can I try and get a comparison?
Yeah, you can. There's going to be two, and you can guess maybe there's an 80% chance it's one and 20% chance it's the other.
Okay, he's going to go check out both buildings, both exterminators.
Okay, how are you going to go about that?
Um, in his little private alleyway, he's going to step back across the gauntlet and basically follow he's going to go and check them out in the Umbra first
Right.
and see what spirits are actually around it.
Oh, well, that's not really going to tell you a lot, but okay.
I know at least rat and cockroach spirits are not going to be around. Uh, other but actually, and he's going to be like going and looking around at their trucks, seeing if like the symbols uh, seeing the symbols on the match.
Okay, which one are you going around first?
The 80% one.
Okay. Um, there's only the one van there because it's quite a small company.
Okay.
But the van does seem about the right shape. It's hard to tell because obviously
It's the
a
shadow
lot of them look the
reflection.
same, but it does look roughly right.
Uh, I can't probably see the color on the thing. Can I through the gauntlet? Because I'm just basically seeing the shadow reflection
Oh
of
no,
the
you
van.
can't see anything at all in the umbral realm.
Oh,
It's not awakened. It's not important
yeah.
to be there.
Um, okay. Basically, he would be
You're
like
just going to see a
peeking.
bunch of minor Bane spirits wandering around. Probably not going to want to get too close in the Umbra, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Is there the symbol on the side of the van? That's the one tell he's probably going to be looking for.
Have you stepped back into the real world?
He's going to find a private area where he think would be private on this side of the gauntlet and step back.
Okay. So yeah, you can look at it. The van looks about the right shape. The thing looks about the right shape. You're reasonably sure this is the right van?
Okay. Just just to make sure I have everything covered before I pretty much ruin an entire person's livelihood over one rat. He's going to check out the other the lower percent possibility that's the one exterminated.
Okay, well, the other one has 3 or 4 vans with 4. One of them looks like it could be the one that you were looking at, possibly. It doesn't look as similar as the one that you looked at before.
Okay. In the image from the rat, am I able to get any like discerning features from like the logo of the company?
Not really. Both of them fit. Like I said, one kind of fits better, but they were both a bit unclear. I mean, the image that you saw was a bit unclear
Okay.
because these things didn't seem important to the rat that was looking at them, so it wasn't
Okay.
remembered.
Yeah. And they're going to be looking weird at me by now, and asking questions is not going to help any. So he's
Well,
going.
it's currently nighttime because
Yeah.
there's nobody around and there's not great security, so you've been able to kind of wander around a bit.
You know what? Um, do with the streetwise and wits roll, would I know what businesses or would be in those skyscrapers?
The skyscrapers are quite far from here, and
Uh,
yeah, I mean the two places with the two exterminator companies were both quite far from the skyscrapers, and the skyscrapers mostly were residential.
okay. You said this was night with very minimal security.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, if you start smashing windows or stuff, the alarms will start going off. But if you're just kind of looking,
yeah,
you're
it's
okay.
not gonna matter. Uh, Actually, this is so gonna be hinky. He's going to get into find a spot that's private and step back across the gauntlet and get inside.
Okay.
Well, try to get inside of the building.
There's quite a lot of minor banes around. Small banes that aren't really that that threatening by themselves. There are quite a few of them. They could try
Oh,
ganging up on you if you go too close. I mean, you still can
yeah.
try if you want to, but
Say again?
you can still try if you want to, but I'm just giving you that warning.
And dang it, you said minor veins, and me without rite of cleansing. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to go there, and I'm not going to like it. Is there a technology spirit I could try to talk to?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
I'm assuming pattern spiders.
Mm-hmm. They'll
Okay,
be scurrying past the Banes a bit kind of hurriedly and not really interacting with them much to get in and out and do their thing. They are kind of mostly being left alone by the Banes.
they're too minor. Uh, they're not a threat to each other, basically.
Pretty much. You know, they could scuffle with each other, but
Yeah, what's the
it
point?
would be a bit of an even match.
Yeah, he's going to try to get the. Oh, freaking A. He's going to try to get the attention of one of the pattern spiders.
Okay. And it's gonna click at you.
Oh, crud. State the function of this unit and okay, yeah, go with that.
This unit is maintaining communications.
Communications uh, uh, between what two units?
This unit is maintaining communications between the units within the business premises and the units of other business premises to provide security.
What unit is providing the security to the two businesses, and can this unit provide the location of the two businesses?
One business is providing security to the smaller business and other smaller businesses. This unit must continue its purpose. And it starts to scurry off.
Okay. Uh, that was a little bit easier. Oh Lord, I really should not be doing this. Uh, he's going to follow that pattern spider.
The pattern spider is wandering off among other pattern spiders and heading off. And it's gonna be quite tricky to follow one pattern spider among lots of other pattern spiders. You can try if you want.
True.
But
He's going to flag down the.
just as a hint, it's probably heading off to whatever security company is monitoring the
I should ask about the security company, which I was going to try to do. Um, he's going to flag down another pattern spider.
It's going to click at you again.
State the communication and what's the state the purpose of the security company that this unit is providing communication services for.
Please provide access code.
No. Fiona playing it out of character. Fiona playing a class walker. Not a good idea.
He's going to click at you impatiently.
This unit may return to its current duties. And that's right. Goes and finds a private area where he can step back across into the Tourlian. Oh, I'm from now on. I'm going to stick with the wild spirits. He muttered under his breath, and takes a drag off the joint in his mouth. Oh Lord. Okay. Looks up the the exterminator company's website again and see if what security company is providing services to it.
It's not really going to be on the website.
And I don't know the access code.
No, you don't. Do you need to? I mean, really, it's a little bit of a unimportant side thing. The pattern spiders are coming and going. They're doing their own thing.
I really don't want to go into the minor bane infested spots without backup. Just as a down payment on stuff. He's fun stuff.
The thing is, there's plenty of easy ways you can go about doing this.
I'm thinking messing up the trucks. I'm really thinking about messing up the trucks.
Well, you could do.
He does. I do have the common sense merit on this one, on this character. So,
okay,
please.
Common sense can tell you that quite often security companies will be responsible for a lot of places' alarms. That doesn't necessarily mean very much, the fact that it is an alarm system. Also, common sense will tell you that the easiest way to get to see one of these exterminators and see if they look like the person that you're looking for is to ask for an exterminator. Just ring them up and say, could you come?
Yeah. I'm still thinking about slashing the exterminator's tires, just saying.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely, be a good start, but it hardly removes the predator.
Yeah, this is true. Since this is nighttime, I'm probably going to have to wait until daytime to actually call this person, because I'm assuming this is a normal human.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be awake right now.
And so forth. I'll phone them in the morning, and we will quite happily skip forward to the morning.
Yeah. He will call both exterminator companies and give the description of the said exterminator. And if one does, he's going to do process of elimination. And when one says that he works there, I'll ask for that one person.
Okay, let's run this phone call.
This is so much fun. He takes out the cell phone and goes for the first phone number.
Which one are you going for first?
The 80% one.
Okay. Toes up, exterminators. How can I help you?
I have a question for you. And I'm having a little bit of press problem at my apartment at such and such address. Out of character, I live offset, which is a good thing, and I deliberately am probably going to have some. He's not. And he's probably going to just be calling for preventative services, but oh well. I was wanting to see if I can get some preventative pest control at my apartment.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Um, what kind of size space are you looking at?
Um, one bedroom, one bathroom apartment.
Right. Well, we can put a few long-term traps down. There's poison is generally good for long-term use because the last thing you want is to leave a trap somewhere and forget about it.
I
Um,
I've got a question. I've heard about this one guy. He's been getting really good reviews from all my neighbors, and he gives the description of the exterminator. Do you have him there?
that sounds a lot like me, but I don't think I've been out to your area before.
Neighboring apartment complexes.
Yeah, the whole area, because out of character, a lot of it is you know, except people
Yeah.
that don't kind of call for exterminators.
Well, he probably wouldn't have given his true address out of character. Now that I think about it. uh, It's probably like the address for the brothel.
You've got one bed, one bath apartment in the brothel.
uh, yeah, and the fact that there's a character, a drone living there, a werebear, Palacia.
Oh, you mean no, actually if you gave Adam's address, the response would have been different.
Okay. Yeah, he gives Adam's address.
Did you move in after Adam?
No, I'm renting one of his spare rooms that he doesn't use for his business.
Must get pretty noisy at night.
You get used to it.
So when you then go on to describing him, he's like, you know I'm not into dudes, right?
To each their own. I'm partial to both. Um,
So how much are the fees, or am I talking here?
For preventative pest control, right?
Yes, for preventative pest control.
And absolutely nothing regarding pussies.
No, no.
Well, we should be able to sort something out for around the $30 to $40 range.
All right,
We'll have to
that
have a look
work.
at what we're dealing with, but yeah, should be easily manageable.
All right. About what time are we? Will you be around?
Well, I'm booked in this morning, and again at 2. But I should be able to fit you in between 1 and 2. Preventative for a single room shouldn't be too
All
tricky.
right, that'll work.
And strangely enough, he will show up at the brothel.
Yeah. And Charlie will be there.
Let's see. Just a second.
And I've got 2 successes charged. Have persuasion charged up because he's going to try to convince this dude to find another line of work.
Okay, well, first I'm going to see if anyone else is around in the brothel at the time.
So I've got I've got like a -1 diff for my subterfuge roll or persuasion roll. Wouldn't it be leadership if I have for me to try to do that?
Depends how you go about convincing him.
Making it sound like it's good advice. Making it sound like it's good advice to probably find another line of work because sometimes the chemicals can even the chemicals are not all that safe. You're constantly up and down a lot.
Okay.
Etiquette or leadership?
I'm actually going to go with subterfuge.
All right. For once, he's going to let neg. I'm definitely going to neg willpower. Subterfuge and manipulation.
Okay, so you're at the brothel.
What would have been my diff for the roll?
For trying to convince him, it depends on how you do with the role play. I'll set the difficulty based on how you do with what you actually say.
Well, so far I've got 3 successes, and I've already got that the lower diff from persuasion gift.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. First off, he's going to arrive at the brothel, strangely enough. And knock on the door.
Charlie will let him in.
Hi, so you're Mr.
Lee.
Yeah. And he does. You can recognize the scraggly beard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the guy.
Actually, how high is this dude's willpower?
His willpower is not high, but at the same time, the weirder you start acting, the less easy it's going to be to convince him of anything.
Yeah. Reason why I ask is, he's got Charlie's got range of 2.
Yeah, he's not looking the most comfortable.
So probably I could have gone with intimidation because that would have been a lower diff because of the fear effect.
He's not exactly afraid, more just
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
So, where's the room you want me to take a look at?
he leads him up to the room, to a room that's not Pelagius or Bosco's or Christian's.
Okay.
And it's basically, it just looks like a one bedroom, one bathroom efficiency apartment.
Okay. He's gonna start looking around and putting poison down and
So, question: how did you decide to get into a field that deals in poisons?
well, had a bit of a problem with pests, mice all over the place in my apartment, and I wasn't doing too well with college, so I just settled on something I was good at: getting rid of the pests. Cleared out the entire building.
Uh,
So I thought,
sounds
why
sounds
not?
very.
Why not try and make a job of it? Taken a while to get a business of my own, but you know, if you don't put the work in, you don't get the results.
Yeah. Um. Have you ever thought about trying trying for something else? It was college. You probably didn't give yourself time to explore all your options.
Nobody gets time to explore all their options. Have to make money somehow.
Um, I actually
Yeah.
work for Tannenbaum Security Company. If you seem like a pretty stocky built gentleman, you could probably work in security.
Thanks, but I'm quite happy running my own business. You did say you
I'll,
were just interested in a preventative pest measure, right?
yes, yes. All, all the while,
Out by you
uh,
describing him to try and find him. Not at all.
all the all the while, he's texting Rachel uh, on a spirit issue. Can Tannenbaum Security buy out this particular exterminator? He's threatening cockroach and rat children. Send.
All exterminators threaten rat and cockroaches' children.
This particular one is very, very threatening, considering I went by his work and it was crawling with minor veins. Send.
Most exterminators attract minor banes. They deal in
Oh,
rats.
God.
It's true. Also, this company seems to be self-owned. Its stocks are not available.
Really? Did she really just disconnect my phone?
No, she didn't disconnect your phone. She just sent back. Also, this company seems to be self-owned. Its stocks are not available.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's a tiny little company with one van and one worker, and he's basically saved up his money to buy his van and get his own company.
And I can't kill the dude out of character for that. So I basically got to. How old is the dude?
Looks about 24, 25. It's hard
So
to tell because it's
as
often hard to tell with Asians, but
so late late 20s.
Mhm.
Oh Lord. Oh gosh. I'm guessing the diff was like 10 or 9.
Try and get him to give this up. Really
Yes.
much, yeah.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna try one more time. Actually, if it was 9, I actually had 1 success to do it, and so it would have been 2 successes because persuasion dropped it by 1. Okay.
He seems to be
Okay.
considering it, but you haven't really given him another option, really, apart from working in security.
What were you actually going to school for? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I was studying law, but it wasn't really for me. It was more what my parents wanted me to study.
What did you actually want to study?
He shrugs. Chemistry, maybe?
I can probably get put in a good word for you in the R&D department at Tannenbaum Security if you are interested as an intern. The benefits are good, and she actually pays above minimum wage for Hong Kong.
Why exactly are you asking all these questions?
I'm striking up conversation.
Right. Well, the poison's been set down, and I don't generally get on the spot job offers from someone who asked for me because of how I look. It's no offense, but it's
Choose.
a little unusual.
I. Eh. Out of character, two successes again. 10 and 8.
Ah, nice.
Uh.
You are being creepy though.
I know. I know. Just I just think of me as a recruiter for getting your foot in the door into a field of study you actually wanted to study. I kind of have a thing, uh, a goal in mind to help people out and fulfill their goals. And life's too short to actually not do what you what you love, and in this sense, specifically, what you love is chemistry, from what I could tell.
What I love is having my own business. I'd just rather it was a business that involved a bit more innovation and a bit less killing things. But they need to be gotten rid of. They're vermin. If you don't get rid of them, they're just going to spread.
You won't have to kill anymore, and you'll have more innovation. It'll be more inventive for you.
Right, you've got common sense, so I'm going to point out he likes having his own business. rather than working for someone else.
I'm not saying saying
So
give up.
then,
I'm not saying give up the business. I'm just saying I'm just saying pick up a part-time internship and get yourself a extra hand to help around with your rounds.
right, common sense. It's not really going to count as stopping him. We're out. What you might want to do is to try and see if you can come up with an idea for a business that would be more interesting for him to follow.
He's trying to. What would be a good business in chemistry to work as?
Roll intelligence science.
Okay. Really, I don't have that. Negative willpower. That brings me at least down to 1. And depending on the diff, I have. If the diff's 6, I have 3 successes. If the diff's 9, I have 2.
Okay.
And I think I have a -2 diff and diffs on that roll anyhow, but it didn't really matter because they were both a little bit high.
Okay. So, what about air purifiers?
Air purifiers?
China and Hong Kong, mostly China, full of smog.
Actually, I could
So,
have you thought about looking into air purifiers? That's a business involving innovation in chemistry, and it's very booming right now. This is China.
it's quite good, but I wouldn't know where to start.
That's why I was suggesting the internship.
So, a security company works on air purifiers.
No, we work with a company that does the air purifiers. My boss would. I'd probably give a good work through my company to the out of character. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm getting tongue tied out of character.
Okay. So, you are able to convince him to consider it, and then you just need to get Rachel to agree to connect the people up, and hopefully he should be studying new things. It's hard to tell whether he's going to give up his current business or not, but
there's ways of dealing with that. There's so much spirit chaos I could be pulling off in that building, especially due to the fact that there are Bane sites in that building.
Yep.
He will drop a text with Rachel and basically explained the situation that he got to somewhat of a temporary resolution to. He just needs her help in uh, dropping this dude's name with a good word at the at one of the clients that deals in air purifiers and creating them.
Mm-hmm.
And probably ask for. Oh dear God! Please tell me that wasn't it. What? Oh, that was at least one success on there. I
Yeah.
saw that.
It doesn't make the best impression on this air purifier bait people.
Yeah. Um.
Not that bad.
Just to make this a little bit interesting. Um. He also asks if she could set up where one of the Ragabashes could make uh, one of the Ragabashes of her tribe can make enough chaos in that building to where he would want to basically would want to leave the business and go into another job. As
He's probably going to ask a favor from you at some point.
that's fine.
He doesn't. He doesn't get on that well with the air purifying, but he does make a good contact from there. So you kind of sorted him out.
Oh Lord. Uh, so basically, I took care of the predator and where he was where his den was at. He's going to go find Rat.
Okay. It's going to take you probably a week to get this sorted out enough that you're sure that you've actually made a difference.
Yeah.
Because he's got to go have his interview, deal with those people, not do particularly well at air purifying, but get a better idea, end up going off and doing something else.
At least he's trying to. Hi, Ari. At least he's trying to find his passion. And which I'm making friends with the changelings because that dude just became a dreamer.
Sorry, we were having we were at the brothel, and he had an exterminator come over and show up at the brothel. So I'd open it up and see if anyone wanted to come and cause havoc while he had this human wandering around in the brothel. But he's now left, so it's a bit late. But I'm glad everyone showed up. And the exterminator has gone off to go and become a health expert. So there the scene will end.